Hey guys, can you see me? Why is it blank? Guys, can you see me? Hey, I'm not sure if you guys can see me, so that's why I'm like very confused what's going on right now. Let me see, what can I do about that? Hold on a second. Pop chat. Go to the video. It's so weird. I mean, YouTube, you like, if anything, you have definitely created an issue for me. So we'll go with that. Because I thought I was live, but my screen shows blank. My screen shows blank. So I had to change a little bit. Let me see. Feature, live streaming. But since everybody can see me, so we can go with this. It's actually okay. Why am I looking at that? So I just need to make sure that I can see myself, and then we can. Why am I looking at that? All right. So I can see myself. So that's good. That's one step forward. Okay. So let's go with that. Today, because we have more people voting for the Ratzilla, so we're gonna do with Ratzilla, and we'll get started. We'll get started. How's everybody doing? How's what are we smoking tonight? We should have good smokes tonight, right? Ooh, smells so good, and just the cigar itself smells great. Very, very good today. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Hopefully today there's no more disconnection, because I did reset my router before I come down, and I tried to run this differently using the old way, but YouTube is like a weird way to do this. So all right, so yes, it's very good. PDR sound grown, those are good. PDR sound grown is actually not bad. A lot of sound growns are actually really good, to be honest. Hey Chris, you made it today. Cap fell off. Hopefully that'll stay. It'll stay. Dry draw, very sweet, very sweet aroma. It's actually good. I love it. How many people have actually smoked this before, the Ratzilla? I mean, the actual name is like a mouthful, but then the Ratzilla is, I think it's actually very popular. Um, started already? We're getting started on that already? It is, in comparison to Liga number 9, I actually think this one is more popular, to be honest. It's not a cheap cigar for, it's like $29 in some places. So it's definitely a good cigar to try if you haven't tried this before. Hey Eric. So let's lit this up while I make more announcements. So today I basically kind of calmed down and cleaned up a little bit my basement, and I realized that my basement is so cold. Spiders freeze to death in my basement. Can you believe that? I found spiders freeze to death in my basement in a group right next to my laptop. I mean, not my desktop's the unit itself. So I found a group of spiders just freeze to death under. Oh, good lit. Right away, very deep taste. Right away, you can taste that Maduro. Right away, you can taste the the coffee, the wood, the dark cocoa flavor in this. It's really, really good. I love this cigar. I just don't smoke it enough because it's so long. A very subtle pepper to it too. It's really good. I mean, this is not my first one, so definitely like I'm kind of biased towards this because this is good. I do have a lot of these sitting in my humidor. I just don't tend to light one up because uh, I almost feel like they should be stored as collectibles sometimes. So when it comes to Ratzilla or like velvet, like the velvet rat, stuff like that, it's like just the way I kind of feel like I should keep it around rather than smoke them. I don't know. It's one of those cigars. This is the Colibri SV cut. So if you look for Colibri SV cut, and I know that like if you get it with the code from like Bob the cigar guy, he will send you something. So look up the code from Bob the cigar guy and then buy from Colibri.com using the code, and then you'll get something back with it. Mm. So first thing I want to talk about is that I like to thank a lot of people sending cigar in to me for no apparent reason. They just want to contribute, and I'd like to thank Chris, or one of the Chris. I don't know if you want to be identified. Well, I think all of the people can identify who it is for sending this in for giveaways. So he's giving me these three to give away for lucky winners. All right, so we only have like a week and a half left for the holiday. So a lot of things. So I'm gonna try to do more events or more YouTube live or Facebook live, and every time I go out, I'm just gonna give them away. All right, so something to look forward to, and yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me see if I can. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure I get the right name. But anyways, spin wheel of death. Spin wheel of death. Did you guess what? Is it still good? I mean, I tried to do like a higher speed so that it's already dedicated to this speed, but I don't know what happened lately that YouTube just want none of it. So you know, bad connection. All right, we gotta do this again, guys. I'm gonna reset this again and buffering for 10 seconds for a second. That shouldn't be though. Should we just continue to see if this gets better, or should we just restart a new session and then everybody can go to that one and go with that? How do you guys want to do this? Keep going? Keep going, stay here? Alright, we can do that. That's all good. Let's see. Anyways, so okay. So that's one thing, and the other thing is you obviously know that we're gonna redraw the do another drawing for the Davidoff stuff. So that's gonna happen today, and it's gonna be easy, okay? Basically, so long as you have subscribed to the YouTube channel and then you're part of Cigar's designation, you are qualified. So I don't care if you're president or not. If you are subscribed to this channel, you're qualified, and it's gotta be easy, okay? I am going to, hey, this is how it's gotta go down. My wife has previously chosen a 2-digit number for this specific drawing. Two-digit number, okay? Everybody gets one chance to go through it one time, and then if nobody hit it, we'll go again until somebody hits it. Okay? So that's the way I'm gonna do it. Martin, you missed it. So I was talking about everybody how to order the bathtub calendars. So everybody already got into it. You're the last one. So how many are you ordering, Martin? Yeah, the bathtub calendars. Did you not know? Everybody knew. Yeah. Did you not see the demos? Everybody here knew, right? Everybody, tell him that you knew. He's the only Martin. You're the only one that didn't know. See, Martin, you're missing out. You're missing out. A box of cigar goes with every order too. Did you not know? The thing I want to talk about today is the other day one guy asked me, "What is your go-to angry cigar?" All right, if you're angry and you're like, "I need to calm down. I need one cigar to smoke right now, or I'm gonna break something." That kind of angry cigar. So, what is your go-to angry cigar? And I can tell you for sure, my angry cigar is actually Tabernacle. I think that's how it's pronounced. Tabernacle is so strong, it knocks me out. And it makes me feel much more mellow after that. Oh, I can totally tell John Monaco is any Davidoff. He cleans me out every time he trades. He's like, I want all your Davidoffs. You don't have an angry cigar? Tabernacle is so strong that it just literally, like, if I'm not prepared for it, smoke it, I'm gonna feel like a rookie smoke cigar for the very first time. Well, there must be a cigar that you are very happy with, and cigar that you smoke it because you want to calm down, right? So, I mean, the cigar you're happy, the celebration cigar, you wouldn't want to smoke it when you're angry. So, hey Sherry, because for me, there are certain cigars that I smoke only when I'm angry. So, cigar aficionado releasing their numbers sometimes angers me. Why does it? Why do I have to wait a week every time you release three? So shouldn't you already have the 25? Just let me know the 25 kind of thing. I'm a subscriber of the magazine. You don't post it on the magazine. You have to put it on your website so that we go to that website. Release three at a time. It just drives me crazy. Yeah, Chris, we are having it after this. So the reason I talk about the angry cigar is because it's all over the cigar, and it's got one of those tissue paper at the foot. So even if you don't know what cigar it is, you can kind of guess what it is. There's only so many on the foot. It has this wrapping on the foot. When I took off the foot, there are some mold on the foot, and I think the reason is because I put it too inside. Is to it's just growed, and that's the only two that has it. It's the same cigar too. It's the same kind of cigar, only two has plume on it. So if it's on the foot, it pretty much destroyed the cigar. So I ended up having to toss it out. When I toss it out and turn over, a cigar came from Chris Powell, a Macanudo dropped to the ground, and he can probably already imagine what happened. It's glass tube, so I was surprised that that's actually glass because it didn't feel like glass, but it's glass. And it fell down to the ground, and then I saved the cigar, just the tube dropped to the ground. So I was pissed. I was like, oh my freaking god, I need to somehow save the cigar. I saved the cigar. Like I dusted off everything. I took the cigar out, and I cleaned up the glass. And of course, I was pissed. And then I was talking to my friend, and he's like, "What is your angry cigar? Just have an angry cigar, you'd be fine." And then I was like, I don't know, I don't know. Yeah, like it didn't feel like glass though. The tube feel nothing like glass. When you knock it, it doesn't even sound like glass. But when it finally shattered in front of me, I was like, "That's glass." But the cigar was fine. The cigar was unharmed, so the glass did its job of protecting the cigar. So that's a good thing. But yeah, having two cigars in my humidor mold pisses me off. Even though it's white mold, it's completely white. The whole thing is like a snow white on it. It's almost like if you've seen Christina's picture, put a cigar outside in the snow. That's how it looks like. So at first I was like, oh, some plume. It's okay. I will still smoke it. But when I took off the band, I was like, that's no good. So yeah, I think one day I'll be smoking that. If you see me bleeding while I'm smoking, that's the cigar. I love this Ratzilla. The deep coffee taste. You can't miss this. The dark coffee taste, espresso taste that came from this cigar at the end of it, you can't even miss it. It's right there. It's right there. Alright? I'm smoking the Ratzilla from Liga Privada, I believe. Ratzilla. Good stuff. Good stuff. The retro hill. You can't miss it. It's right there. It's one of those things. Like if people compare this to Liga number 9, I will still say the Ratzilla is worth it. For the price, yes, it's high, but you want to pick it up when it's on sale. Like when they always say a lot of places put it on sale, and they're easy to take care of. So if you got the money, buy one of these to try. I say it's worth it. I say it's worth it. And based on what I heard, didn't Tim say something like he's gonna have more Liga stuff soon? So if he sells this, pick it up. Pick it up. It's good. Good stuff. Have I smoked one before that not knowing it's small and taste small? Yes, I have, and it really ruins the experience. So you don't wanna smoke them all. So if it's on the foot, don't smoke it. It ruins the whole experience. All right. The last thing you want is smoke sprawl all the way in your mouth and through your nose, everywhere. So yeah, you don't want to do that. Am I back? Am I back? I mean, I think this time is better because it actually says I'm reconnected. So I don't know if that goes bad. Yes, good. So I think I kind of know what's the issue, and I'm gonna fix it before the next one for sure. It has to do with the speed that I set it to, so that it has good screen. But now I'm back, right? It actually reconnects. It's actually pretty good. Last time, the previous few times there was no way to get back to it, but this time at least it gets back. So I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Um. So I think I have an idea what's going on with it, but that's the one thing I had to fix. If not, if I can't fix this soon, I think it's time to buy a new computer. I think it's time. Even though I just built this one not long ago, so do I celebrate Christmas? Good question. I actually do celebrate Christmas by eating a lot of steak. In Japan, obviously, I'll be eating fried chicken, but eating KFC. But when I'm in the state, uh, when I'm in the state, I eat steak. Let's see. I'm almost at 120. What does that mean? The Norteno, I know a lot of people have been buying it because they went on sale. Because I think they tried to change the label or something like that. So all of those Nortenos went on sale. So if you can grab it, go grab it. It's actually a pretty good cigar. I had an Evil Saint before a long time ago. They don't sell those anymore. And obviously I don't remember much about it because it's so long ago. I only had one before. Oh, okay. That's I see. Um, do I have a steak? Not steak, cigar plan for Christmas? I don't. I usually don't plan ahead what I want to smoke, so I gotta figure it out. My computer is not on the Wi-Fi, by the way. My computer is connected right to the router. But what I think might have happened is number one, the internet wasn't going really good lately with all the wind and high wind and everything. And number two, I think because of with all the Windows update lately, I need to update my not router, but modem drivers. I think that's what it is. So if I can find my driver and update it, I think that's gonna fix the problem. So uh, so I'll figure it out. Definitely figure it out. Rules of sharing is good stuff. I don't think so. Cigar Aficionado doesn't really sell retail cigars. They just review cigars, and they sell a bunch of advertisements. They sell a ridiculous amount of advertisements to make up for that money. Amazon Basin for my Christmas unless someone gives me an acid. What kind of acid? Sure, go ahead. John Monaco, give me the number. I'll hold it for you. But I, can't guarantee it. You might want to come back for it. No, I haven't been there. No. I don't go to Bahamas often. I am not, when I travel, I am not the kind that like to go sightseeing. So if it's any location that's good for water sport and sightseeing, you will usually not gonna see me there because my wife does not swim. So anything with water sport, you're not gonna see me there. So something like Hawaii, Bali, places, I will only go if I had to, and I don't really like to go there too. And that kind of places, because it's so, in a way, you can call it corrupt. That is, I don't recommend to go there. So a lot of people like to go to Mexico, and then so long as they are inside the resort, everything is there, right? But once you leave the resort, it's like hell. So that kind of places scares me. That's why I don't go to that kind of places. So John, if you gotta give out the number right now, go ahead and give it out. But I'm not gonna announce whether or not that's it until I start running the numbers. So give everybody an update in regards to the Rabbit Air. So I am going to buy the Rabbit Air because just outright. I said, I think I know the model number. I'm just gonna buy it. I tried to talk to the manufacturer and they didn't offer much. So I'm just gonna buy it straight and not having to say, hey, they give me a discount. So that will influence my review. So I'm just gonna buy it and I'm gonna buy the model I want, I guess, and we'll do a review. And next time you see me doing the review, you'll see me doing it from the sofa because I can't show you guys the unit from where I'm sitting. So that's gotta be a small change. And I don't know how I'm gonna set that up yet. You might have to see my lower body, which I know is not preferred, but I'll set it up next time. As we continue to smoke this, let's talk about, since somebody mentioned, what is your planned Christmas cigar? My wife does not smoke. My wife does not smoke. If she smoke, it'll be sugar. She will smoke sugar. She's not a person that likes to smoke. She doesn't mind the smell here and there. She doesn't like the smell after. So she likes the smell when the cigar is burning. It smells great. But the stale cigar odor, she doesn't like it. So if I'm outside sitting on my deck, she's okay sitting right next to me and play some video game or read a book or whatever. She's fine. But if she had to smell the room like that, I mean right now afterwards, she'll be like, oh, that smells bad. I mean, a lot of people are like that. Like when cigar burns, it smells great. That's why we're smoking it, right? But the stale smell, the mouth odor that comes with it afterward, it's just bad. it's just, you know, you get all the bad stuff, you know. So a lot of people actually say it's caused by a certain bacteria that's burned. So when the bacteria stays after it burns, so if you get like those antibacterial mouthwash, it actually helps a little bit. Have I had any of the PDR from the sampler? That depends what sampler we're talking about. Am I ready to do the Phoenix trip? Oh yeah. So Mike, I will be there on January 11th. So 111. January 11th is the day I'll be arriving, and I'll leave on the Sunday after that. Let me look it up so I know what we're talking about. Let me look it up. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the egg over, and obviously it's up to him whether or not he end up doing it. But I'll bring the egg over. I'm actually going to buy the egg this Friday, so when I go to the market. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun trip. I'm looking forward to it. So just give me bear with me, guys. I'm just looking at the PDR sampler, so I can tell you which one I'm looking at. So I'm looking at, let's see, Crocs, blah, 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 blah. Don Burton. Okay. The PDR 5-pack with a free ashtray, is that what we were talking about? So I have tried 3 of these. Okay. So the 1878 natural, the sun-grown, and the reserve. Those 3 I have tried. I have not tried the Maduro. So and the Nicaragua, I think that was it. No. The Oscura, I didn't have tried before either. So. Hi, Christina. So half, like 1/3 through, still look at the amount of smoke. It's pretty awesome. This I'm like a little bit of bias to, so that's why I keep saying how good this is, because I actually like this a lot. And you know, for those people that like flavor cigar and doesn't mind the strength, this is one good to try. This is one of those Asian don't sleep is worth your money. Yes, I have quite a few Asylum 13s. I was actually talking to a secret person to do a live chat together, and we probably will smoke the Asylum 13 Ogre. So look forward to that one. Bob the cigar guy. Bob, while you're here, I was actually telling earlier in the beginning, somebody was asking about the Calibri cutter. You want to tell people kind of like what's going on with the, like if they go to the Calibri.com or whatever buying the cutter, is what's the code they had to put in and then tell you that they bought one? What would be the code that they need? Because I know that you talk about it all the time. I just don't remember off my head that what, like, do they type in Bob the Cigar Guy or you know, BTCG as a code? How do they get the free gift that you're gonna give out from Calibri? So if you gotta get the cutter, use the code BTCG and just let Bob know. All right. So everybody knows Bob. You know, hey Bob, this everyone, this Bob. So if you're gonna buy a cutter, you're paying for it anyway. Why not get a free gift out of it, right? So if you can get a free something, use the code. Use the code. Why not? Why wouldn't you get something for free? You know, Calibri makes good cigar cutter. I know some people like the Cigar design better, but my cutter has never failed me, and I love the weight to it. There's just a weight to this thing that I love the most. I mean, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just love their cutter, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people that's on the chat right now will tell you that they love their Calibri cutter because it just never fails. It just never fails. Don't buy those cheap. No, I know you get these. Don't buy these. This it's gonna ruin your cigar every time. So get a good cutter, and you'll always be able to enjoy your cigar more. This is more like my fidget spinner. Like when I can't focus, I do this. How many people actually use fidget spinner? Does that actually help? I know they help people from concentrating, but how many people actually use it? And just so you guys know, I actually bought another thing that's on the way to me. It's actually a light that has a fan in the middle, so that I can get this smoke out of my way every time I talk to you guys. Yeah, right now the smoke's out of control. So I actually found a light that has a built-in fan inside the light. That actually gotta help. I think somebody just like, you know, there are gonna be people that smoke while they're right next to the light and they need you blown away. So that's gotta happen soon. So yeah, Bob is an awesome guy. So every time he comes up, I'm gonna shamelessly plug him, just the way it is. Part of the Cigar Daily Nation, you know. I'm not advertising anybody else. I'm just Bob the Cigar Guy. Some adult uses fidget spinner though. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand the fidget spinner. Like, I know you're holding it, and because the centrifugal force, you gotta feel the resistance. Kind of cool, but I can't imagine how I'm gonna look holding on one of those and go like, "Hey, guy, ding!" You know, it doesn't work for me. So there's no question. We all agree. Bob is awesome. So support Bob. If you haven't seen Bob's channel, go see his channel and subscribe to him. He also have an Instagram here and there. So I think most of us all have all three social media. So this doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to look it up. You know, go subscribe. Click on the little bell thingy. I guarantee his videos isn't gonna like give you the circle of death. It only happens when you do live. So I mean, I enjoy watching his thing. So I am reviewing cigars, Bob. I review cigar when I'm talking to you guys. So, you know, that's what I can do. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So I see a lot of message about the Christmas cigars up there. Let me see if I can find it. But everybody's if you gotta buy something for your Christmas, the Carter is not bad at all. Carter, you know, it's like a one-time expense, right? You buy it and then uh, you enjoy it. Totally worth it. I don't understand why people rather spend $5 on a Carter that's gonna ruin their $30 cigar versus spending, I don't know, maybe $50, $60 on one good Carter that's gonna cut straight every time, and it actually feels good when I cut it. It's like, done, you know. You know, you gotta feel great when you cut it. You know, why not feel great when you cut your cigars? It's one of the experience. You know, when you cut it, you hear the kss. Martin, you should definitely get one. It's hard to explain cigar etiquette to people who does not smoke them. You know, so many people ask me why don't you dust the ash off, and it's really hard to explain why. But the simplest way is to just say is in respect to the people who roast them, right? And a lot of time they say, why do you have to you're smoking it already? What is there to respect? You already buy the product. Why do you not dust it off? It's just gonna fall off on you every time. And I tell them that if you dust it off, you don't know if it's gonna fall off, right? You know that it might, but keeping it long, it just give you that good feel to it. You know, look at the ash; it's just the quality, all right? And the smoke keep coming out. It's gonna keep your cigar burn better. Why dust it? Dusting it off like it's such a cigarette thing that nobody should be doing it. You can still roll it off, yes, when you know it's about to fall off, but don't dust it because you're treating your cigar like a cigarette. You know, this $39 cigar or $29 cigar, you're treating it like a dollar and a half cigarette. Don't do that. You know, and then it's hard. It's hard to get to people why cigar is a lifestyle. It's a preference. It's a, you know, it's being like a gentleman, right? Why do you have to open the door when you have a lady going to a place, or open the door for the car so that they can get into it easier without tripping over their dress? Same idea. You don't have to, but you do it out of respect. You do it because it's a good thing to do. So it you know, it's hard to explain to people, but at the same time, it's a good thing to do. I like to keep this. I don't mind if the cigar fall on me. If it falls down, laugh it off. That's all good. But you know, keep the ash on. The ash is great. I mean, if you think that it's gonna fall, just put it near ashtray. Then it's easy to deal with. It's easy to deal with. The coffee story. Remind me, what's the coffee story? I'm not too sure what we're talking about here. Oh, okay, that, yeah. Does ash make your cigar look big? Probably not. Probably not. Had an ash fountain there without knowing, and I drank it. I don't think it's like poisonous to drink it. it's just not gonna taste good. So. Now, people don't realize how hard it is to roll a cigar. If you ever stand right next to a person where they roll a cigar for you to smoke, you will know it takes forever to roll one, right? And you finally got one, and you're just smoking it. You think about this, people in the factory just rolling one after another. That's hard work. That's definitely hard work. So, if you ever had to roll one, or see a person rolling one, you know how much work that goes through it, right? I respect people that makes things that make us enjoy life more, right? They make beer. It's a huge process, right? Whiskey, long process. Wine, a long process. And then cigars, really long process. Cigarette, not really. It's all made by machines anyway. Unless you're in China. Have you seen those Chinese people roll cigarettes? They're quick. They're quick. Cigar factory has the most beautiful woman on the planet. Damon, have you been to one? Seen videos? Well, see, a lot of time when they do videos, they focus in that one corner where everybody is very presentable. Oh, I mean, I can't talk trash about that because all I seen is probably like the 40-year-old, 50-year-old ladies rolling the cigars. So. Oh, am I not loud enough? Let me see. All you had to do is let me know and I can adjust that, right? I think I can adjust that. Better? Is it better? Spending time with wife. Yeah, go spend the time with your wife, Martin. So I'm gonna up all the volume so that everybody can hear me better. I think that's maxed out. So yeah, today I'm actually using the OBS as usual, but then it's just kind of weird. I can't see myself and I can't hear myself. So it's one of those things that, it's just everything's acting weird. But, I'll try to fix it before the next one. Tomorrow is Thursday. I will have a Facebook Live, by the way. So we'll do with that. The smoke is out of control. So yeah, you can see the ash is good. This cigar is really, really good. What time tomorrow? Probably around 4 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's the best time for me to do a couple hours before my wife comes home. I had to deal with that. I have no idea which version I use. I just have it, but I'll look it up. I'm not sure which version I use. What is my top 5 for 2018? That's a good question. This year there's a lot of good ones, and I the Olivia Series V is really, really good. The box press one, and it's kind of long too. They're not that short. They're like this long. So the long one, and Davidoff was really good too. There was a few Davidoff that's actually really, really good. trying to think which one is just this year. Because I have a lot of cigar that I smoke that's actually not from this year, but they just continue to produce it. There's a lot of Louisiana Bold that came out this year that was really good too. So, I mean, they are limited, so. Depends how big the box press is. Depends how big the box press is. Because some box press is just like square, they're harder to deal with. But if you have those like a rectangle box cut, I box press, I will use a V cut. Filthy Viking is definitely one of the one that I was surprised this year, and I definitely recommend it. It will be on my top 5 this year for sure. If yeah, I try not to include Filthy Viking because I think I'm somewhat biased towards it, but it's just it is a good cigar. It is a good cigar. No, so usually I don't try to grade my cigar because I think each cigar has its own goods. It's the flavor is different. I can tell you what's my worst cigar of the year. You want to guess what's the worst cigar of the year that I personally think? Down Mexico. What is the V cut draw like? V cut draw. I mean, the draw isn't gonna change all that much between a V cut and an S cut. Worst overall. Worst overall. My worst overall of this year. It's gonna be a Rocky Patel. 1992. Internal overall. So Bob got it right. It's Rocky Patel. It just doesn't have the flavor to me. Compared to a 1990, it's just not that good. And I usually have problem smoking it. I don't know. It's just not good this year when I smoke the 1992s. Because I'm not that big of a Rocky Patel person anyway, so it had to blow me out of my mind to smoke a good Rocky Patel. And that's why I say I'm very surprised about the Filthy Viking because it gives you that flavor. It's just that good. So that would be my worst. I mean, Atabay is I just didn't think it's worth the money. It didn't burn well for me. But the flavor is still there, just not amazing, right? So I couldn't say that's bad. But the 1992s are just like, am I smoking something? Maybe kind of thing, you know? I don't feel the enjoyment out of it. So I mean, I would smoke Alec Bradley if they kind of redesigned their band a little bit. What I didn't like is when a cigar company puts a bunch of cigar in a humidor bag. You know what I'm talking about? Those bags that makes it feel cheap. So when you go out and buy like a sampler or mixed things, they put it in a bag. The fresh pack, yes. So I didn't like it when they put it in the bag. It just ruins the value and ruins the look of the cigar, and it kind of ruins the experience for me. When I buy a bag of cigar, like, you know, packaged, the package would look just so cheap. That ruins it. I'd rather buy the cigar by itself. Even if you just give me a clear bag, I'm okay. But when you put it in like a designed bag, and just I feel like I'm buying a gas station cigars. And that's one thing I didn't like when I buy a cigar. I just don't like it when it's in a bag. I mean, I understand that the bag's totally functional. You will keep the cigar in there good for a while, but spend a little bit of money, put it in the box, right? Put it in the box. Even if it's a paper box, I'm okay. When you put it in the bag like that, it just ruins the look. Ruins the look. And that's why you rarely see me smoke punch. You rarely see me smoke punch. Like, when's the last time I smoked a punch in front of you guys? It doesn't really happen. So ruins it for me because the way the packaging does. I much rather pick up singles and just don't put it in the bag. I mean, a lot of punch are actually like a beginner cigar, so I can understand that they try to promote value. They try to promote, you know, try to present something that's easy to smoke and something like that. I can understand that, but for someone that's been smoking and collecting for a while, you will put me away from it. So, Avo, I love Avo. Avo has pretty much. I don't have one Avo that ruins this experience for me. All the Avos are good. I know the. I mean, yeah, punch is just not my thing. You rarely see me smoke punch. Yes, Christina, you're not missing anything. Cool. I love to see shout outs on our videos. You know, if you gotta give me a shout out, I do it. If you haven't tried the Alvo LE05 or the new what's that, the 30 years, the classic 30 years, they are good. They are good, and they're definitely worth your money. Romeo and Julieta recently has done really good too. They Romeo and Julieta doesn't really fail me, so they're good. But then for me, I'm like more neutral about it. I recommend people try them because my first few was Romeo and Julieta, so they're just good. And a lot of people ask how Romeo and Julieta in the state compared to the Cuban Romeo and Julieta. I prefer the one in the state. So definitely worth a try. So if people are like holding back whether or not they want to smoke the Romeo and Julieta, should definitely try them. Bro bought me first Cuban from them the other day. Yeah, Romeo and Julieta, the Cuban wasn't bad, but in terms of the flavor compared to the strain on the Cuban one, I feel like there's more strain than the flavor. So that's why it's not my preferred. Look at this ash. Can you guys see this ash? That's quality. That's quality. Why will you dust this off? It's beautiful. Right? That's beautiful. Why would anybody want to dust this off? It's to be admired almost. And look at the smoke coming out of it. I don't know if you can see it, but burns well, smokes well. Definitely recommend this. This is worth your money. Give it a try if you can find it. If you can't find it, trade someone. I'm pretty sure someone has it. So if not, I'll trade you. I got plenty. H. Ottman is great. Who was? I think Chris was smoking a banker today. Jenna, I'm smoking a Ratzilla. Ratzilla. Liga Privada Ratzilla. That's a bathtub calendar quality ash. You know, one day my wife was saying that if you keep mentioning that, one day people's gonna, people who's not in the group or people just watch the video for the first time, they gotta wonder what that bathtub calendar is all about. They're going to look for it, and I think that's gonna be a funny thing if that actually happened. People will be looking for it. Where is that calendar? Here goes that ash. Drop it off like a snow. So yeah, and I really like the Liga Parada's band. It's simple, but it's got that like almost nostalgic look to it. It's almost like, you know, because they designed it like as if it was like a small batch and they wrote up the test batch name on it, right? It really gets me. I love this presentation. You know, even the Liga number 9 writes like, you know, number 9 on it, just like a nice writing 9 on it. I mean, it's simple and it looks great. It gets me. I understand the banker, you know, if you smoke a banker, you will spend half the time trying to remove that wrapper. I mean, not wrapper, the bands on it. Right? You gotta remove like 3 bands just to be able to smoke it. That's the only problem I have with it. Presentation, but, you know, they cover up the whole cigar with the band. I think 70% of the cigar was banned. So, but when you buy a banker cigar, doesn't that just make you like, you know, feel badass because it's banker on it and has like a money thing on it? I bought my first banker because the way it looked. But then after I smoked it, tried to peel off the band, it's like, it is a good cigar though. It is a good cigar. It just doesn't look, you know. Banker is definitely a good cigar. Worth the try. Banker is definitely a good cigar. And it's definitely worth your money. Definitely worth your money. Buy the box though. The box is beautiful. Really? I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Maybe I'll look it up later. I didn't know CO guy went off on that band. But yeah, I think most people love and hate that band. So they hate the way it was put together and all that stuff. Just smoke it, you have to take it off. Literally, the only way to smoke it is to have it naked, right? Bob the Cigar Guy bathtub calendar. I will appear in his last page, where this, you know how you have 12 months, and then the last page you have all 12 months. I will appear in that last page. I have a rubber ducky, by the way. I have a rubber ducky and I have a rubber octopus for my bathtub. Banker is surprisingly strong. It is a medium plus, I think. So it's surprisingly strong. It doesn't look that way. Believe it or not, I have pretty much most of the gray wall called for, so I actually have like 1 or 2 to myself. Everybody called for the cigar, so. What's the strongest cigar I've ever had? Well, like I said, Tabernacle is one of the ones that's really strong for me. It really depends on how I smoke them, because I typically smoke a lot faster than everybody else. So even a medium plus will feel like strong cigar to me. And the triple Maduro is pretty strong too, if you ask me, from Camacho. So that's pretty strong. That's like up there. What else? Liga number 9 can be strong too if you smoke the Toro, because it's actually quite big, so you gotta get that concentrated strength. It's funny though, because a lot of people say the smaller the cigar it is, the stronger it is. So, but I think the bigger the cigar it is, the stronger it is, because the way I'm smoking it. So, I mean, I try to make my cigar last at least an hour. How many do I smoke a day? I smoke between 1 and 2, maybe. Sometimes 3. That depends whether or not I have a visitor. If I have a visitor, I will definitely have 3 at least. So, but I try to spread out through the day so I don't get sick. Ashton Symmetry. I have. Ashton is another brand that doesn't have bad cigars, but at the same time, I feel like it's also a they have more beginner cigars than not, to be honest, in terms of the strength. The Symmetry is like a medium plus cigar, so to me, it's like full. So I think yes, I think Ashton make the same crystal ball. I think Cigars Daily is gonna end up carrying it too. So 1 to 7 and 8. Well, I can imagine Bob has he will do that. I can totally imagine. But 7 to 8, that's a lot of cigars. That's like all day. You know, imagine you're like 9 hour smoking cigar. That's all day. San Cristobal is definitely a good cigar. Oh yeah, if you go to an event, yeah, that would do that to you. Because before you know it, you're already like 3 or 4 in. So, ooh. I think 1 to 3 is usually like the standard number of what people do. Let me see what's going on. Chris, that's a beautiful cigar. I'm telling you, you should smoke that. Two is the maximum for you. I mean, you do have to commit to the time, and you gotta have the time to smoke it too. So, cigar is a commitment. Christina, what's your favorite Ben and Jerry's ice cream? What flavor is your favorite? I love the names that they came out with. So 1 to 3 a week. That's not a lot, but I can imagine. I can understand. Strawberry cheesecake. What's the name of that? They usually have funny names, no? It's hard, especially around this kind of weather. So I find I do pretty much the same because I can smoke in my house, so it doesn't change how I commit my time to it. So if it's good season, I'll be outside, but I'll still just do one or two. Depends how much time I have. But even if it's winter, I'll still do it at home, inside in my basement or whatever. I mean, Bob the cigar guy has the port. Bob, I saw that video the other day where you were outside and you're snowing. But is it that cold still? Like in your region, it's not that cold, right? Even if it snowed. During the winter, if you smoke outside in the cold weather, you are gonna get more strength than flavor. That's guaranteed. So, what's my top 3 special occasion cigars? So far, it will be the year of from Davidoff. The year of the dog, I smoke very, 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 very sparingly. So if something good happens, like if I sign a new long-term contract, maybe I'll smoke one. So year of the dog is definitely one of those. Um, Andalusian Bowl is another one that I smoke very sparingly. Um, and the third one will be it'll be one of the Davidoffs because they're kind of expensive. So the top few will be the Davidoffs, only because I have a lot of them and I tend to go buy them more. So and obviously, if you smoke Davidoff, the price and the value that comes with it is actually a commitment to smoke it. So I'll smoke it when I'm really happy about it, and I'll smoke those. Yeah, Glenn, it's pretty much not available everywhere. I know people just clean them out when they find it. So Year of the Rooster, now that's gonna be hard. Unless somebody collect it, you're not gonna be able to find it. It's gone. It's gone for more than a year. So the next cigar I really want to try is actually the Davidoff Macau special, but they only sell it in a batch of like $350 batch. So I don't know if I'll commit to buying it because I don't know how good it is. I know it's very, very creamy, a lot of coffee taste to it, but I couldn't commit to it yet. The year cigars are your next. Which year though are you looking for, Bob? Are you looking for the year of the dog or year of the pig? They're actually all different. So which cigarello do I smoke? Good question. Bam. This is kind of cigarello, but it's not full cigarello. It's more of cigar because you do have to cut the cap off. But that's my go-to. Like everywhere I sit, I probably have one of this tin around me because you don't have to put cigarellos. You don't have to put into humidors. All right, you do not have to put cigarellos in the humidor. So, ding. Davidoff, Primos. And they have an even smaller. That's like literally Cigarello. So I just don't have the box with me right now. But you can find the Davidoff Cigarellos. Liga Privada T52 are good. But if you really like the T52, don't even bother try number 9. It will be underwhelmed because T52 is literally number 9 stronger. Yeah, they are very exclusive if you don't buy it right away. So they are like that. When they first started selling it, no one want to buy it. I can tell you that when they first started selling it, and then somebody bought it and then kept it for a while, start smoking the next year, then they realize they can't buy it anymore. That's how it become like thought after. So for the price and the amount of information they're giving out, it's not a lot of information. So at first, I remember at first they were selling it only by the box. Okay, you can only buy it with the box. Then they start selling it on the singles. And that's one of the reasons. I guess they realize that people do have to try it before they buy a box. So. Because Year of the Monkey is one of those Davidoff years of. So they sell it with the year. So when Chinese New Year, Year of the Monkey, they sell the Year of the Monkey, Year of the Chicken, the Rooster, and Year of the Horse, and then they have Year of the Dog, and then they have the Year of the Pig this year. And they're all different. They are not the same. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. You're literally getting like a jewel box with it, like an actual humidor jewel box with it. So the cycle every second. They haven't had a full year yet. They have not had a full year. I think the first year. The first one was Year of the Snake, I believe, and a lot of people are looking for that. There's just no way to find it. So unless you collect it at the Year of Snake, which you're looking at like 4 or 5 years ago, and you keep it in the humidor for all this time, you're not gonna be able to find them. Hopefully they will make another year of the same blend, but I don't think they will. I think they want to change it every year. I start collecting those on the Year of the Dog, so they age well. They do age well. They're already aged, so. And I'm a sucker for presentation. The presentation just I can't complain. I can't complain on the presentation. They don't go blend. They don't. They don't. The Year of the Dog, I smoke it, but when I go back to smoke it, it didn't change the flavor at all. It's just as good, if not better. And like I said, you can keep it in its own box. You can keep it in its own box. Just throw a Boveda pack in there. It will last. So. And they're far from blend. They're quite strong. They're medium plus, if not full. I think they're almost full. So now that we're like an hour and a half in, let's do the drawing. Let's do the drawing. Let's see. First, let's see how many people have today. So let's get started on the drawing. Everybody type 1 so I know how many people are here. Type the number 1. So we have 16 people, right? $17. $17? Is that it? Okay. So let's go do this the way that we're going to do this. So again, disclaimer. If you win, you must PM your address. You must pay for the shipping. And I use Vimo, so, well, PayPal. So, it's gonna cost you about just under 13 bucks to ship that, I believe. And you must be 21 or older. I think everybody's 21 here, so that's okay. So, it will be a 2-digit number, 2-digit. You would only guess one time. All right. If nobody gets it after the first round, we do another round, different number every time. All right. So go ahead, type your 2-digit number that you think that my wife wrote down. Well, Evan, I see you say you have technical difficulties, but go ahead and type it in. I'll wait. I'll wait. There should be 2 more, right? If I have 17 people, I should get 17 numbers. Who else hasn't guessed the number? Come on, 2 more. All right, no one got it. All right, no one got it. That's 17 numbers. Ivan, I haven't seen your number. Are you gonna type your number? No one got it yet. Evan, are you gonna type your number? Just one set of number. No, just wait. Once you type your number, wait. Everybody guessed it at least one time now? If you have already put up your number at least one time, type yes. All right, so I think that's everybody. Try again. Haven't seen the number yet. Let's go. Set another one, and then wait. Make sure you choose a different number. So. Oh, I see number that's so close. There are number that's very close. Harrison, we're guessing for the Davidoff giveaway. So go ahead, give a set of 2 numbers. So who haven't guessed the number, go ahead and give it out. People who have already given a number, wait. Just one set of number, man. It'll be 2-digit. All right, I think that's everyone, right? I think that's everyone. Harrison, you gotta wait. One set of number at a time. All right, let's go ahead, give the next set. I still haven't seen the number yet. Wait, hold on, stop. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. I see the number. I see the number here. So the winner is Joseph. Joseph Sparacio. It's not 34. The number is 68. The number is 68. Joseph had it first. David, you're not even close, right? Yeah, I told you guys. I saw really close numbers. Joseph is the winner. Make sure you PM me. My wife specifically draw the happy face. There's no way you can rotate this back. She draw the happy faces. There's no question about that. So Joseph got it. See, that was pretty easy, right? That was pretty easy. It's a lot less question than the Facebook one. So congratulations to Joseph. Cool, cool. You know, all it is guessing random numbers. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it in the future, here and there. We'll see. Evan, we actually waited. We actually waited, so. We actually waited for you. You didn't type any. You know, next time, if you couldn't get it to here, then you could always try Facebook to text me, see if I can get it. We can go that way too. But, you know, I understand some people have, you know, here and there, so. Yeah, the first few time I did math questions. But, you know, some people are really good at math too, so. I'll switch it around, so here and there, we'll switch it around. That way we can keep it interesting, so it's not always that guessing number. I'll make something different to guess. Cool. So that's that. That's given away. Awesome. We might give away some more stuff. Maybe I'll give away a random cigar later. Should I give a random cigar just for the heck of it? I should, right? It's Christmas. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Everybody likes to receive stuff, right? Is there anybody that doesn't like to receive stuff? I know there are some people that actually don't like to receive stuff. So. All right, Sherry. Have a good night. That's right. Santa Tony is here. Give away all the stuff I could. I wouldn't jump down the chimney though. I wouldn't jump down the chimney for sure. But I will. If I go to your house, I will take your cookie. I will take the milk or coffee. And I will take a cigar with me too. It's awesome. So yeah, I plan to do, because I have quite a bit of open schedules. So I plan to do a lot more live and just give out stuff basically for the Christmas. So look forward to that. You know, if I have live, definitely jump in to see I'm giving out stuff, because I'm pretty sure I'll be giving out stuff. So Santa does look like a pipe guy. I can imagine. No, I think there are Santa that smoke pipe back in the days. Back in the days, they have Coca-Cola had a design where Santa was holding a pipe. That was a long time ago, though. I think that's back then, back when smoking was very acceptable thing, and smoking a pipe was very classy. You know, like Popeye always smoked a pipe. So back in the day where everything was accepted, you know, I really don't know when it started to convert over where smoking a cigarette or smoking a cigar became something that people attack. Right? You. No. See, that's the thing. When I go into a house, you wouldn't know. All you know is that your cookie is gone, your cigar is gone, your coffee is gone, and all you left is an empty jar of soy sauce with the cigar bin on top. You know, my wife has been telling me to change my screen name. My wife hated the name Asian Don't Sleep. If I was to change it, what should I change it to? Everybody vote. If I change from Asian Don't Sleep, what should I change it to? Asian do smoke. Soy sauce ninja. Oh, that's really cool. That icon, that's pretty cool. Asian always smokes. Okay. Soy sauce assassin. Soy sauce Santa, soy sauce assassin, cigar and coffee Asian. I think my wife's hung up on the word Asian. Because she's Asian and she sleeps. So she's like, don't say Asian don't sleep. Asian sleeps. I was like, I'm Asian and I don't sleep. So, you know, what's wrong with Asian don't sleep? The knob ninja. Cigar ninja. Asian Creation will probably give me a lawsuit. I think there's a company called Asian Creation. Even though it rhymes nicely too. Sir, smoke a lot. I'm not a Davidoff fanboy, man. I just smoke a lot of Davidoff. You know, using a lot of Sony product doesn't make you a Sony fanboy, right? Tony Yu Long Ash. Little Asian boy. I don't know. They're all pretty good. Fun cigar and coffee bar. Got ash in different area codes. That's too long, I think. Big Ash Asian. Classic palette. Bob, how do you came up with the name Bob the cigar guy? How much longer for life? I think we're about to wrap it up, I think. So smoke the been there. So yeah, I think that yeah, eventually I'll probably change it. I just don't know what to change to. So average Bob cigar smoker. Ah, okay. So you did change it at one time too. Stoke and Stooges, Stogies. Okay. Guardian Ashes. The Asian Hat Man. Some of these are really good. I mean, okay, okay. You never plan to review, but you end up reviewing. I see. I don't know. I definitely can do videos. So if I review cigars on YouTube, I'll end up doing like in a live setting, and I just leave it there, just like right now. Soy sauce killer. I think soy sauce assassin's better. I think it'll catch on. Cool. Bob's got a history there. Well, anyways, I think today we'll wrap it up here. So, Joseph, make sure to message me so I don't forget. And Jason, I think you're right. I should do something like a mob boss name. So that's kick ass, you know? We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll change it. We'll find a way to change, or find something good to change to, and then we'll go from there. All right. So today I think we're good. We'll end right here, and then Joseph, don't forget to PM me on Facebook so that we can get that settled. Yeah, yeah, and after this, we'll have a small meeting with the presidents, and then if anything changes, we'll let you know, okay? All right, have a good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow if you go on. Good night, everyone.